Hi everyone, my name is Parul. Welcome to my channel Parul English Lab. In this lesson, you will learn about modal verbs. Modal verbs are very important, but for new English learners, they can be quite confusing. And that's why I have decided to split this lesson into 4 or 5 parts because I want to go slow so that you won't have any kind of confusion regarding the same. So get ready and let's get into it. Modal verbs are helping verbs, and that's why we need a main verb with them. Modal verbs are used to express some hypothetical situations such as permission, request, ability, probability, possibility, etc. Now let me give you some common modal verbs in English language. Can, could, may, might, shall, should, ought to, must, have to, will, would. We will go through them one by one, but in this video I will cover can and could. Before going ahead, let me give you some basic rules that will help you to avoid mistakes which are generally made with modal verbs. So rule number 1, modal verbs don't change their endings. So whenever we want to frame a sentence with a modal verb, we have to follow a word order, okay? And that word order is first subject, then modal verb, then base form of the verb. We use modal verb always with first form of the verb because we use them in present. You cannot use second or third form of the main verb, okay? So subject, modal verb and first form of the verb. Modal verbs don't change their endings. So if you write this, I, subject, then can, modal verb, and do first form of the verb, it. I can do it. It's fine. Correct sentence, correct formation. She can run fast. Perfect. He may go there. This is incorrect because you cannot put an extra SES or IES with a modal verb because this is an auxiliary verb. It's a helping verb. It's not a main verb. So sometimes students get confused that if we are using a verb in simple present tense, then we have to put an extra SES or IES with the verb. But this is not the case here. This is not the main verb. Okay, so don't make this mistake. Alright, so this is the first rule. Second rule is modal verbs don't use to with infinitives. Don't get into infinitives too much. Just keep this thing in mind that infinitives are words which are made from a verb, but they don't act like a verb. They act like an adjective, a noun or an adverb. And they are made of two words. One is to and the verb, okay? For example, I want to swim. So I want is the main verb and to swim. So to swim is infinitive. So this is the area where most of the students make mistake. They think that they have to use to with infinitives, but don't do that. She should leave now. This is correct. She should to leave now. That's incorrect. It's an incorrect sentence, okay? We could go there. Correct. We could to go there. It's incorrect. So don't use to with infinitives. Now there are two exceptions. One is ought to and another one is have to. So when you use ought to or have to, then obviously you will use to because have to, ought to, they both are modal verbs. So you cannot make a sentence without using to. For example, if you have to say she ought to go to the party or she has to go to the party. So this way, these are two exceptions and here you will use to. Next is when you make a negative sentence using a modal verb. Not will come between the modal verb and the main verb. Don't use isn't, aren't, am not, anything like that. Just use not. Okay? She should not go there. She should go there. A positive sentence. A negative sentence. She should not go there. He cannot speak English. He can speak English. He cannot speak English. Now you must be thinking that why this cannot is together. It should be like can, not, like should, not. No, we don't use cannot like this because cannot is, this is incorrect, and cannot is a single word, cannot. Can, not is incorrect. So when you speak, it doesn't make a difference, but when it comes to writing, it does make a difference. Okay, so don't do this mistake. Keep this thing in mind that cannot is a single word, not two separate words. Okay, now again we have one exception here, which is have to. So if you have to make a negative sentence using have to, then the rule is I don't have to do this. Then you will use don't. I don't have to do this. I have to do this. I don't have to do this. He doesn't have to do this. With he, she, it, we use does not. Okay, so he doesn't have to do this. Next is ought to. There is one more modal verb which we use a bit differently, like not I ought to not leave. That's incorrect. I ought not to leave. Okay, so not will come between ought and to. So this is the way you are going to make negative sentences. Now I'm not going to getting too much into have to, ought to, because I'm going to cover that later in my videos. Right now I just want to concentrate on can and could. So these are the basic rules. I've told you how you have to frame a sentence using a modal verb, how you can make a negative sentence. So these are some basic rules. Now let's see where we can use can and could. So first situation is, they both can be used to show ability when you are able to do something. I can speak English, I can speak French, I can speak German. So I have this ability that I can speak this language. So this is present ability. I have this ability today in present. And could is past form of can, and could shows past ability. Okay, Max can solve all the sums. He is good at mathematics, so he can solve all the sums. He has this ability that he can solve the sums. I can run 20 miles in 40 minutes. That's my ability. I can run 20 miles in 40 minutes. Can you come over for lunch tomorrow? If you have time, can you come? Are you able to come tomorrow for lunch? So, ability. I can play the piano. So this all we are talking about present. Today if I am able to do something, that's my ability. Okay, so we can use can when we are talking about ability in present, and could is past form of can, and in this situation we use could to talk about past ability. For example, I could run fast when I was younger. Right now or today I can't run at all, but when I was younger, I could run really fast. He could swim really well when he was in school, but now in present he cannot. But in past he could swim really well. So this shows past ability. I couldn't participate in the drawing competition last week. Again, past ability. I couldn't do that. It is a negative sentence. I was not able to participate because maybe I was out, or I wasn't well, I was somewhere else, or something happened and I couldn't participate. So I was not able to participate in the competition. Okay, so this way you can use could and can. The difference is that can is used to talk about present ability and could is used to talk about past ability. Now second situation is, could is used to express the possibility of an action in present and future. How? It's dark and stormy, it could rain. So here we are talking about could, we are not talking about can. Okay, so it's dark and stormy, it could rain. For example, you come out of your office and you see it's gloomy, dark, stormy, and depending on this present situation, you can say that there is a possibility it could rain. There is a possibility of rain. Okay, so depending upon your present situation, you can say this. Whether it happens or not, nobody knows, but there is a possibility in present. Okay, next is, the chair I'm sitting on is squeaking, it could break. Or sorry, I have written I could break. It could break. Okay, so again there is a possibility in present, because I'm sitting on this chair and it is squeaking, so I think it could break. So this way you can use could to express the possibility of an action in present. If you don't work hard, you could lose your job. If you don't work hard, maybe after 1 year, 2 years, you could lose your job. So there is a possibility in future. Whether it happens or not, that's a different thing altogether. But there is a possibility in future. If you study hard, you could clear the entrance exam. I'm not sure whether I should sit for this exam or not. No, you should. Because if you study hard, you could clear the entrance exam. So there is a possibility that you could clear the exam. So this way you can use could to talk about the possibility of an action in present and future. Now we can also use could to express the possibility of an action in past. But the word order is different for that. The rule is subject plus could have. In this case, because we are talking about past, so have will come with a modal verb. Could have plus third form of the verb. I told you that we always use first form of the verb with modal verb, but here with modal verb we have. Okay, that's why third form of the verb. I could have finished my work last night. There was a possibility that I could have finished my work, which didn't happen. I could have finished my work last night, but I didn't because there was no electricity, or I was busy, or there were guests at home. There can be any reason, but that thing didn't happen, but that could have been done. There was a possibility in past. Okay, why were you driving so fast? We are talking about past. Why were you driving so fast? We could have met with an accident. We didn't, but we could have. There was a possibility because you were driving so fast, we could have met with an accident. So again, there was a possibility of something in past, so could have. We could have visited the palace, but we ran out of time. There was no time, that's why we couldn't visit the palace, but we could have visited the palace. Now you can write this sentence like this also. We could have visited the palace if we had time. If we had time, we could have visited the palace. Now this is a conditional sentence. If, when you start a sentence with if, that's a conditional sentence, and there's a whole variety of conditional sentences. That topic I will cover in my other videos. So just keep this thing in mind that we use could to express the possibility of an action in present, past and future. When you talk about past, you have to use could have, otherwise only could. So this way you can use could. Can is also used to express the possibility, but general possibility, not past, present or future. How? Let's see. If you eat ice cream, you can fall sick. So here we are talking about a general situation. Generally, in changing weather, when children have ice cream, they fall sick. So it's a general situation. I don't know whether it will happen or not, but this is a possibility, a general possibility. So if you eat ice cream, you can fall sick. It can be cold here in winter. So again, a general possibility. Generally in winters it is cold here. I don't know whether it is going to be cold in this winter or not, but generally this is the situation. Okay, so it's a general possibility. It can be cold here in winter. So this way you can use can to talk about general possibility, not past, present or future. You cannot use can to express the possibility in past, present or future. For that you will use could, but to express general possibility you can use can. Okay, next is can and could are used to make a request, suggestion and offers. Whenever you request for something, or you give a suggestion or an advice, or you make any offer, you can use can and could. How? Could you give me an appointment? So you are asking for an appointment. It's a request. Okay. Could you help me to complete my project? Now here you can use can as well, But the difference is that could is more polite and formal and can is less polite and less formal. So this is the difference. Otherwise it is completely fine if you use can. Can you help me to complete my project? That all depends what kind of relationship you share with the person. So depending upon that, you can use can or could. You could ask your mom to give you some money. I need some money. Why don't you ask your mom? You could ask your mom to give you some money. So it's a suggestion. You are giving an advice to your friend or colleague. Okay? We could go for a movie. We all are getting bored. What should we do? We could go for a movie. So it's a suggestion. It's an advice. So this way you can use could. Here again you can use can also. We can watch a movie. We can go to a restaurant. You can use can. Now next is offer. Can I help you? Could I help you? So when you make an offer, you can use can or could. Could I get you something to eat? Can I get you something to drink? So it's an offer. So this way can and could are used to make a request, suggestion and offers. Now for permission also we can use can and could. How? Could I join you on the trip? So you're asking for a permission. Could I borrow your bike? Can I borrow your bike? Can I leave now? So for permission, you can use could and can. You can also use may. May I borrow your bike? May I leave now? But here we are not discussing may. I will make a separate video on that. Please concentrate on can and could right now because modal verbs can be very confusing. So go slow and practice. I hope after this video, this can and could concept is clear to you. You can understand the difference between can and could. Try to use them, and if you have any doubt, please let me know in comment section. Keep practicing. Have a great day. Thank you for watching my videos. If you find them helpful, please like and share with your friends. Feel free to leave comments. Do subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to receive a notification for the new videos. Thank you. Take care and have a great day.